Hi, my name is John Hardenberg, owner of Knot and Rope Supply, and in just a minute you're going to see how a loop is put on the end of 16-strand arborist rope like this. Sixteen-strand rope is unique in the sense that all the strength is in the cover of this jacket, not the core. And it's a great choice for a climbing line, and a lot of arborists enjoy this rope to climb on because it's nubby, it's easy to handle, ties knots real well, and it gives a really great splice. First thing we're going to do is make our marks on the rope on where we're going to need to cut and taper. With a 16-strand rope, we can determine whatever size eye-splice we'd like to have in the rope. A lot of climbers prefer to have what's called a tight eye, something small like that, that is only large enough for a carabiner to go through. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a tight eye on 16-strand rope. Now I'm going to extract the core of this rope. And it's going to get kind of messy here in a minute, so don't be alarmed. But with this rope, we extract the core and then taper the cover, and you're going to see a lot of strands everywhere. But don't worry, we'll bring it all together in a moment. Next, I'm going to make some marks here on the cover so that I know where to taper the rope properly. This is important. So now you can see we're taking out coarse or cover strands, which will allow us to taper the rope properly. And like I said, it gets a little messy, but this is what the beginning stages of that splice look like. Now we're going to turn this into a rope that is spliced. The splicing wand is really the best tool that we've ever found to splice rope like this. It's the only tool that will allow you to do the cover, bury, and crossover in one step. This is the stage where we're going to put the loop in the rope. We're going to take this and pass it all the way through the cover and then cross it over where the core and the cover are together. In the past, this was a very difficult step to do, which always made 16-strand rope a really tough rope to splice. But with the splicing wand, it makes it much faster, a lot easier, and gives a better product at the same time. Now you can start to see the loop forming on the end of the rope. It's still not the size we want. We have to bring this in a little bit here and deal with these cover strands that will be cut in just a moment. So now you can see how we've almost got that eye finished. We're not quite there yet, but we've still got all this to contend with. So we're going to finish bringing up the throat to the eye and make it a really tight eye like we need to. And there we go. With a little bit of pulling, we now have an eye splice that's just big enough for a carabiner to go in. This is really a great way to climb, but we're not out of the woods yet. You can see we've still got the cover here and the core here, and we can't climb on a rope that looks like this, so we need to finish it. The other thing I'll have you note is that on a 16-strand splice, if you feel the eye, it'll feel flat. That's because, as you heard earlier, this rope has all the strength in the cover. The core is in there just to keep the rope round, but in the eye splice, there's not going to be any core. So even though this feels flat and there's no core in here, this is still a very safe rope to climb on. All the strength is in the cover. So here you can see the rope, and this is what's called the crossover point. We have the cover and the core, and they're crossing over each other. Problem is, if we cut it here and here, it'll leave a nice lump in the middle of the rope, and that's actually not so nice. You don't want that. So we're going to blend this together in a way that will not leave a lump, and it will give a nice finished appearance. So now we're almost finished. You can see how we've started to alleviate a lot of those extra strands on here. Now all we need to do is pull everything together, and this will disappear. So there you have it. 16 strand eye splice with a tight eye.